Hello, everyone. Wow. Mr. Chris, I told him you were coming to Dallas, spend the weekend at Dallas. We had a meeting at Gallaudet, and then they want to meet hotel at night. Host our anniversary date. So we were like, why not? Take care of that. And so I mentioned to Pastor Chris and said, in your area, and he went, really? Oh, boy. He said, would you mind, please? He said, oh, sure. I'm happy, one of my favorite churches to come to all the time. We often, if we're off, we'll come here to Maryland and mine. We love that. So it's not a burden at all. It really is an honor to be here. And I think some of you already, maybe you know I'm stealing Rita, you know that? I'm stealing her, you know that? Why? Valley Forge Christian College. We all have accredited college required science classes. So I'm like, ugh, I'm not teaching science. Robbie. And see, I suffer doing science. It's not my thing. So Patrick said, you know, I have a, yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, so we'll take her and recruit her. Said, oh, sure, just teach it. So March 10th, right, March 10th. So for 2 weeks, we're going to recruit Rita. Then we started, hopefully, maybe the last week, between 2nd, 23rd. I've lost count. The last Sunday, we might, I'll come back. We'll stay there and then I'll come here. We'll see. If not, the students, if they have other questions, other commitments done, I know that can be, they can be late. All right. Thank you for the invitation and the welcome for the warm fans that come here. Do you want to read first, or do you want to go ahead? Mark chapter 5, verses 1 to 43. Our time. The person's preference is that people read it themselves. That's my preference, really, but I don't have to force you. Rochester, New York today. Oh, you do. Shout. I think you're all aware that my husband, this is my husband, Rod. Before we start. Okay. He had a heart attack this morning because I turned very, very late back in the morning. So he would be honored getting me here on time. About 2 minutes before church started. I'm like, we were married 29 years tomorrow. All right. Yeah. He is my foundation, my blessed. Many years we have gone through the valley. We could not have explained the steps and the kinds of joy of being together. We're not just lovers, we're just friends. We just thank the Lord for 29 years. Wow. And I will let you know, the worship. Thank you, the words, yeah. Several of the songs I'm just been trusting. Isaiah says that he carries awesome dances over us in the book of Isaiah. We are young and thinking, your parents, your first baby, and you get, how many times just want to just carry and dance with them and spend with your baby? That's like that in the book of Isaiah. It says, he does that with you. Yeah. That you should do that, yeah. Your Heavenly Father picks you up and spins around with you. Then he puts you down again. And the night when you, I know, Dr. Parents sing, I know you do. I hear them. I hear them, you know. Look at that baby holding here. Yep. And uncle was back when they were whole big right here. Yeah. That's when the Lord does for us. That's what He does. Scripture says, behold and He sings over us. But then He calls me friend. The book of John, chapter 15, says, my servant doesn't know what I command, but he just obeys them. But my friend know my heart. Then Jesus, from now on, says, I call you my friend. That's in the book of John, chapter 15. I no longer call you my servant. You don't have to be ignorant about it or about that. Develop a relationship with the Lord. Say, well, you're my friend, and I can show you my heartbeat. Oh, God would do that? The living God? Oh, you're his friend. Yeah. And another aspect of who He is the healer. That's what we're going to focus on this morning. The healer, I know. Back there, forgive me. How many have you experienced somebody shaking you to heal you? How many? Be like, I'm a healing person. I'm fully bloody healing, and I hate it. Interpreting for that. I'll be interpreting and healing service, and the pastor doing that. And the deaf saying, do you mind interpreting for me? I'm like, yes, I can. I go, no, I'll say, and they go and they, my poor friend, and they go and they play over them and they just, and I'm interpreting, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, stop. Often in the death row, we tend to do the healing, and we go, yikes! Yeah, we tend to exhale. So let me go back. This is not me. The healing is more within than out here. Healing of the heart, healing of the soul, healing of your identity, your struggles, the two things that hit the deepest part of our heart. He is our healer. And that's what we say, have to do it. You don't believe in healing. Say, I do believe in healing. I do believe in healing. I am a college, a former volleyball player with and I used to be able to hit the whole thing. You'd never use pads, elbow pads, consistency. I was getting black marks everywhere. And in college, obviously, you think, but your past life, right? My past life. Younger, invited to a youth camp, a junior high school, middle school students. So we went over 300 students. I had about 20 students, 7th grade and under my responsibility at camp. And the young people challenged us, college age students, to 24/7 volleyball match. Do you think it's smart enough to say no? Oh, sure. To challenge that. So running and playing, and by the end of the night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be like, we were worn out. It really was. But our college students beat the high school students, yeah, not because of energy, but because of skill and planning. We beat them. When we were going to my bed, and I heard this, I thought, oh no, I must have strained my muscle or whatever, so I'm jumping all over the place. The next day, on Sunday morning, already laughing. And I'm thinking, I'm not finished. Tomorrow morning, I went walking in college dorms. There were 4 showers, 30 to go. So there's a lot. So I learned if I really wanted hot water, you get up before 7. But if after 7, there's no hot water. I got really early, 5:30. And then I shower, finish, I come back to bed to 6:30, right? Because I finished my shower. So I put that in, I went back in. I was brushing my teeth. I bent down, I brushed my teeth, and I sneezed. Oh no, that's what happened. My bit popped open. One time a week, well, this week I'm planning not going to do it. Show up to church, that's odd. JoAnn always, maybe JoAnn joined the friend for the weekend, but she's always at church. She wasn't there. My friends left the church. The service minister came back, and JoAnn missed Sunday. That's impossible. That's impossible. They went down to well, they saw me laying there. They called the ambulance. They took me to the hospital. All I remember was they took Valium. My roommate was in the hospital and brought me back to the college. And next week we were flying back home and had surgery and all that. All I remember was my roommate holding my back because I'm going out the window waving for her. But when we found the body more off, and I was laying in bed going, I couldn't get up on my own. You cannot sit on my own. Every time I moved, my back was just, I passed out. I was getting, God called me into ministry. How can it be a ministry? I can't even sit up. I was struggling with that. My junior year in college. It was actually the end of my junior year. And I was crying to the Lord, and I was saying, help me. And I said, Lord. And then, finally I'm moaning and everything. I said, Lord, I read the book, and finally I missed the final exam or whatever. I said, Lord, the Lord said, get up. I said, wait a minute, what? I take my pill. Give me the pill. He said, get up. I get up. My roommate isn't there with me to get me up. I'm there on the floor again, so I get up. The Lord said, get up. Very clearly, he said, get up. I'm going to get up. I went this way. Put my feet off the bed. I wouldn't get up because I knew once my head goes up, I'd pass out again. So I just put my feet on the edge. I said, okay. I hung on to the bed. 5 or 6 days. I stood up on my own. I was able to run, got in my shower, I put it in, got dressed, I walked to the cafeteria. The Lord healed me. And then I fell down the stairs. Oh Lord, I'm dead. I know I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I'm all the way down the stairs. He said, get up. And so I was able to get up. So I walked again. And then found that morning, at the same time, the Lord said to get up. In chapel, they had over 400 students praying for me to be healed over there. And at the same time, I was being healed. And then I walked in the cafeteria, I was so happy. And sure enough, a week later, we flew home. My mom was like, took me to the doctor, to the hospital. I said, Mom, I said, no, you don't have to, the Lord healed me. I said, that's your pills. No, it's not the pills, the Lord healed me. He took me. So I took my x-ray. And the doctor, gave it to me and I took it home. And again, straight to the hospital from the airport. And he took it, x-ray and everything, and I sat there. But I told you, the Lord healed me. He had 2 specialists. One Asian back specialist, and there was a Jewish man. This man worked with my mother. The specialist for, all I remember was both doctors looked at it and went, not that one. And they turned it around. He said, that one was the beginning and that was going to be healed. 1 week before that, and now 1 week after, and now. I remember the Asian doctor happened to be an atheist. And she went back to her room. My mother's doctor, Jewish man, started laughing. He didn't believe in God. We were like, oh, okay. My mother went, okay, watching the drama, we watched it. I told you I was healed. I believe that Jesus Christ is the healer. Whether it's physical or emotional, I think dynamic healing for me to live that. Again, some of you have experienced physical healing, just like that. There was a girl at Gallaudet University. She was varsity volleyball captain in a tournament at Gallaudet. She was completely deaf. And the next morning, we were supposed to start the tournament that night. Told them to stretch and work out, prepare for the next day. That night, she twisted her ankle. The star player tore a ligament in her ankle. The trainer said the ankle is broken and took it out. Oh, the coach was after the star player. So the next morning, we had church in the morning. The tournament started around 1. And she said, I need prayers for my healing. She had an ankle, so we pray for your healing. So we prayed and finished. She was hungry for more. She went to the other church near Gallaudet, the black church. Some of you remember? They had a black church there, and we prayed for that. She said, they were lining up. And she said, oh, I feel electric, all the way down. And healed her ankle. And she said, roommate, take me to the doctor and check. Sure enough, the Lord healed her ankle. There was no crack or anything in it. So we went to play volleyball, and everybody on the team was shocked. When they finished the tournament on Monday to be able to talk with her, she said, I don't understand. What's wrong? Why? I felt electricity all over me, and then it healed my foot. Why did God pass my ear? It's true. And healed the ankle and everything. It's a miracle. It was a real miracle. I've seen that miracle. But why did God pass my ears? And I laughed so hard and said, well, I don't know. All I know is that He's choosing you to be deaf for now. there is a reason for community, a deaf community, not for handicap, not handicap reasons. This is, God has a plan for us, for our deafness. When he talked about healing, he's not only talking about deafness. He's talking about everything, the whole who you are, the hurts, everything. So we have those two passages, the two now before that. Jesus had already healed the demon-possessed man out of the large. I'm not gonna help you, Jennifer. That GE long word. So he came heal the name of the demon with legion, with lots of in that one man. And they all went to him, but he delivered him. The man himself, Jesus died to get out. And then the demon left him. He said over 1,000 demons were inside. It was all over the place because of the pain. And then he fell down and said, you're healed and set free. And then he said, can you join you and go with you? And your disciples, Jesus said, go back home to your home and show them what I did for you. He said, do you know what the town's response was? He said, Jesus, they kicked Jesus out. It took 5 months. Told Jesus, please leave the town. Nothing new. Often when you tell the school to take Jesus out of our school, too political. Please forgive us. We worry about the shootings and the killings in the schools, but we don't cover our schools in prayer. We don't cover our teachers in prayer. When was the last time we prayed and the believers? God will bless the teachers, even those the unbelievers. Even though. When was the last time we prayed for God's grace to cover? We used by God's grace to administer healing to the souls here. I love coming to that school. This is our future. This is our people. When was the last time we covered the school with prayer? I'm going to come in to do that. Talk about what in our own quiet space and pray. We pray for the teachers and cover the ground, that God would have his way here with the deaf children, that they would someday come to know Jesus as the personal Savior. You ever wonder the chaos that we have now? We have an unusual community here. Like that, we often, there's a community of people who reject Jesus. It's like a hot potato. They don't want to hear about that. We don't see the Bible. No, we can't talk about that. We draw the line, Often we kick them out of our world. And then chaos reigns and happens, and then we blame God. That happened just before the next story. Now the next story. Now, open that to verse 21. Jesus, please, take the boat to another town. Jesus gets off. And then, nothing new. You are hungry to be touched, the hungry to be touched. And Jairus himself was a senior in the Jewish temple. What did he do? He ran to Jesus and said, "He's my daughter." And Jairus ran and said, "My 12-year-old daughter needs that." And we turned to, while Jesus was doing that, he felt the power go out from him. And the woman, didn't say her name, we never know her name, but the woman heard that Jesus was coming into town. She thought, if only I could just touch him, I know I can be healed. in with all the people, she fought the crowd. She touched her. And that immediately her bleeding stopped. And she felt free to pick it up. And Jesus said, "Good one, who touched me?" How many of you have heard the basketball game, the football game, and you're in the crowd, and people in your face? Even in the ticket for a baseball professional game, I'd much rather give it to someone else because I know I love baseball. I hate the crowd. When we get food, we have to wait in long lines. Look at my seat after long lines. I have to fight the people. Finally sit there. Nice to meet you. And then they have to face the people. Yeah. When you finish, yeah. Okay, and I leave. It'd be like a ball going through the crowd. Hey, this woman had to go through. I think I would probably die of my sickness. I'm not sure I would go through the crowd. That woman really went through it. Understand, at that time, that woman, even her action of going through the crowd was against her caution. That was like inappropriate. Most drawings of that situation, you see the woman on her hands and knees cry because it's not permitted to walk up. So and then you need to be able to touch it. Ooh, touch it. The disciples were, yeah, there's lots of people here. How would you act? Who touched me? You didn't know? Who touched me? The scripture said, the woman panicked. I didn't hear the woman touch her. Now that I'm sick. At that time, the blood disease, always similar to leprosy. So they really cast out. In the Old Testament, you do not touch any blood disease. In the adult group here, women, when we have a period, the women, the husband's not allowed to touch it for 7 days. Nothing. They were doing it. And until they were completely done, no more bleeding, and then we could give her a kiss. Yeah. Oh. That's what the scripture says. And then this lady bled for 12 years. And no one was permitted to hug her, to touch her, to hold her hand, pat her on the back, wipe her tears, nothing. Oh man. Oh, can you live without touch for 12 years? I can't sleep without my husband down. I sit here. Now I can go to sleep. Poor bad. I can go to sleep. Yes. That time, not permitted to touch for 12 years. That was another reason that her behavior was inappropriate and looked down upon. I don't know about you ladies, but I don't want every day experience for 12 years. No. You die every day. 12 years. That's right. Men, think of the men as well. You know, you suffer. I'm sorry, I touched you. Can you imagine the disciples going, Jesus, how did he know? And did he really not know who? He knew. Why did he ask? Who touched me? Why? By the perfection of her faith, we are healed. by the confession of your faith, by telling, by letting people know. If Jesus would have given the woman the opportunity to confess, oh me, and pull out what thing in her face, and then she. Now think about where we go, where we live, how often we are black, but we keep it quiet. Who are you? How did this happen? Why have you given me the opportunity to confess, and you do? So others are black. You preach and say, I confess because I am black, more by your feeding. Others are watching, and they are black. Why? I think nothing like a dream, because it goes all over the place. It goes all over. It's not just for me alone. Blessing is when I give it out. Again, when it goes out. The free, be able to go out. And when others are enlightened with that, and Jesus says, who are you? For the crowd to see and get that blessing. And that woman would be enlightened to be free. And Jesus goes to the woman, when we started the story, we're back to JoAnn. JoAnn is standing there. What do you think JoAnn is like, hurry up! My daughter, 12-year-old, darling, that's very nice, yes, very nice, but thank the Lord. I probably would. Like, hurry up, finish it up, great, thank you very much, let's go, let's get on. Why? Because it's his daughter. He cherished his daughter. He probably danced with her. And others after her daughter, he danced with her. And now she's 12. Forgive me for the younger ones who are here, but I often say, I understand why Abraham was willing to sacrifice his 12-year-old son. There's something about the young adolescent. You have to take them before I do. Right? I'm not alone? Yes. Again, that age of adolescence, but there's something beautiful, that relationship, that father was willing. Remember, he was a senior in the Jewish temple. Before that, many of the Jewish leaders have decided to kill Jesus before that. And just got a hold of them. What did that say about Jeff? He didn't care about what they thought. The judgments, he didn't care. He said, I have a need, and I'm going to that man. I don't think this man can meet this need I have. I don't care about my reputation. I don't care about it. I'm going to connect with him. He said, it's too late. Don't bother him because she does already died. Oh, I can imagine Genesis' heart. The whole world, the problem is if the wouldn't have delayed it, or if I had come earlier, if. And Jesus finally said, don't worry, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I have sat in the hospital room, thank God not for my son, but for other sons and daughters, waiting to see if they would live with their parents. I tell you, I cannot say a word of comfort. It's really hard. Nothing you can say will help. And they're waiting for the doctor to come and let them know yes or no. And we just sit and be silent. And that is what Jeremy was going through. With no words can express as we walk back home. What will I tell my wife? How will I handle it? He said, don't be afraid. And they get there. typical Jewish tradition. Well, how long did it take them to arrive? Because typical tradition is when a person dies, the family pays and hires a wailing, professional wailing. Whoa. What an odd job. What do you want to do for a while? I cry. What a job. And I get paid to cry. I know people that cry anyway. You get paid them. That'd be. You said usually come with me. You got to, and just call, you have to put on the well with it. Now, that either means, we got to know well, already knew that she was gonna die, and they were like buzzers watching. And when she died, they showed up and, show up to pay me. That's my job. It's the louder the cry, the wailing, the more shit for the daughter. They love the daughter. They will take them to the house. To me, they're vultures. Sit there. Right. I'll show up and pay me the cry. My professional job to do. Because it's temple. They all knew him because Jared goes to temple. What is this all for? She's not dead, she's asleep. They respond to God. They laugh. No, she's really dead. In the funeral, they don't go to, I already know what dead looks like. They know what that's like. Sure enough, the girl was dead. The girl was dead. These professionals knew. Didn't they know? She was gone. No. Jesus took them all the fires out, closed the door. Simply mom and dad and the three disciples and Jesus himself went in. Jesus simply walked to the girl and said, little girl, get up. You get up. Scripture said immediately she stood and walked around. Again, we would jerk and probably bowing down weeping at the feet of Jesus. The woman who was healed, she heard. But she didn't just hear. She heard and she went. She responded to what she heard. And then, we give the trust and say, touched them. Something about the woman's persistence and her aggressiveness, the needs, the crisis in her family, the needs in her own life, that created, she didn't care. She cried out, I need you. And she goes through that and bows down at his feet. Again, now I'm done. The crisis. I can't do things alone. I don't care what they think. I don't think what they're thinking is. But they couldn't go into town without people knowing who they were. I don't care. The needs are so great. They bowed down and begged Jesus to please done. Yeah. You notice they couldn't be separated those who made fun of God. Sometimes we need to separate ourselves from those who criticize us and say that's wrong, whatever, and, you know, that we just be still and just separate ourselves from them. But he called me his friend. He laughed over me. He sings over me. If I can feel his heartbeat. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He called you his friend. You're right. Both of them, they had impossible situations. Both of them were willing to know that I cannot do this alone. I need Jesus to intervene and help me. Both went up to the Lord and bowed down. I can't. I need you. And both of them had many, many more situations that Jesus responded to. And he walked into your heart and healed the chaos situations of crisis in your life. Sons and daughters, many leaving home, whatever, just those things. The problem is we become too full of ourselves. That I can handle it, I can take care of it, you know, I can. But the minute we leave and we bow down and we acknowledge you, that you are the same yesterday, today, and forever. I need you to speak into the situation because I can't. My hands are tied. I need you. Are you desperate enough to bow down before the Lord? Are we desperately needing enough to be willing to say, I can't, Lord, come and help me? I think that's what we learn from those two stories. You do not have to carry a burden alone. You do not have to be overwhelmed with everything, overwhelmed with situations, with family, whatever. You do not have to take that alone. Bow down to Jesus. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Knowing you can bow down. Will you bow down before the Lord? I want to pray for prayer. Precious Jesus, you are here. You are passing through here at Mount Kufliga. God says, you are here. Lord, help us. Look at us and look up and bow down at your feet and surrender our lives to you, oh Lord. We beg you, Lord. Hear our cry. Some who are praying for their sons and daughters, some who are praying for the wives and husbands in different situations. Their hearts have a deep need. Girlfriends and boyfriends, whatever, their heart has a need. Help them. We need you. We confess our need to you. We surrender. We thank, give you thanks and praise because you have not changed. You are still the healer. You have come to break to bind the brokenhearted. You have those who are in addiction to set free. The doors are open wide, and you can come in and be free. That's you. That's who you are, Lord. Thank you for your healing, your healing. Thank you, Jesus.